And Sung Hwan Oh, who took over some weeks ago for Trevor Rosenthal as the closer. 10 for 11 in save opportunities since he became the closer. 10 for 12 overall. Sub-2 ERA. Great performance. 2-inning performance here Thursday. Comes on to face Addison Russell.
And he's been dominant. He's been a dominant back end of the bullpen guy for the Cardinals this year. Fastball slider split. Outstanding command. You see 93 miles an hour there on both of those first two fastballs on the outer half. That ball just kind of explodes through the zone.
And it speaks to how big Mike Matheny feels the game is for his team, bringing O in with 1 out in the 8th inning, and he strikes out Russell on 3 pitches. Russell with not his typical swing. Didn't look very comfortable up there against O.
This was Molina and both O. They realized it. They realized those first two he hadn't made the adjustment on right by him. And then they just climbed the ladder after a couple 93 to the outer half. They go 94, climb the ladder a bit, stay on that outer half, and blow Addison Russell away.
Now Javier Baez getting his first at bat of the night. Baez came on defensively an inning ago. Has had a great season, has played great defense at second, short, and third, has become a much better hitter over the last couple of years. Cutting his strikeout rate from about 44% in 2014 to about 26% this year. Or thereabouts, 42 and 25. Oh, the all-time saves leader in Korea, and pitched in Japan the last couple of years. Racked up 80 saves in the last 2 years in Japan. But Baez lines one into left, a base hit.
Well, since O's come on, we've seen away, away, away. They started out that way with Baez. I don't know if this was intentional or not, but it leaks back into the heart of the plate, down in the strike zone. And Baez, you see that lightning quick bat he has. Yeah, Yadi wants it away again. You see it just drift over the heart of the plate and down. And that's a pitch Baez wears out. The only thing that kept that in the ballpark is he just hit it so low.
Now Jason Hayward representing the tying run. Hayward is 1 for 3 tonight. Had an infield hit his last time up. It has been a struggle pretty much for the entire season offensively for Hayward. Former Cardinal signed a big free agent contract in the offseason, 8-year deal.
No one sees more fastballs than Jason Hayward. Highest percentage. A lot of that has to do with a bit of his struggles, his timing. Pitchers come right after him with their hardest stuff.
Foul to back, 1-2. There it is. 62% of the pitches he sees are fastballs. Nobody sees more.
And the first 3 in this at bat, Jess, all fastballs.
And why not? Until he shows, and even in this game, his single that he got was a weak ground ball.
Breaking ball down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 5-run top of the 8th for the Cardinals. The Cubs have gotten 1 back on the Rizzo home run here in the bottom half. Still down by 2.
After showing them that slider, seeing if they can get the chase, I think they come back with his best fastball, probably at the top of the zone and maybe in.
Got a piece.
Went back to the slider.
I like the first pitch of this at bat. Oh, through Hayward, 93, right at the chest, inside, painted it. After throwing low with the slider, see if they come back up.
Still having fun on the rooftops. 41,000 plus here inside the ballpark. Have not given up hope on the Cubs. Tying run at the plate in the bottom of the 8th. Deep in left field. Coming in fact, is Moss to make the catch, and that'll end the inning. A run across on the home run by Rizzo. 6-4 Cardinals at the end of 8. Will Chapman be coming on? Sung Hwan Oh going for a 5-out save. Got the last 2 outs. Did give up a base hit, but got the last 2 outs of the 8th inning. Looking for save number 11 on the season. He'll face Wilson Contreras, Jorge Soler, and Dexter Fowler. Working the rally caps here at Wrigley. 0-1 on Contreras, who's grounded out, struck out, and walked.
And if just one guy gets on base, Chris Bryant would become the tying run.
Slider swing and a miss, 0-2. Aaron, what do you suspect? Is he deceptive? Does he hide the ball? What makes him so tough to hit?
I think the way he finishes, obviously he's got that deceptive delivery, a delivery we see a lot from guys from Korea, guys from Japan, where they kind of have that pause within their delivery. But then I think the way he kind of jumps at you, I think that ball at 93, 94, I think it's got real good life in the hitting zone. And I bet appears even faster to these hitters. But then it's excellent secondary pitches. It's a real good wipeout slider. We haven't seen the split to this point, but that's a wipeout pitch for him. And then he commands it. And add it all up, and you've got a front line back end of the bullpen pitcher in O.
I think it's a good $2.5 million investment on a one-year deal.
Man.
I think they got an option for 2.75 next year. One of the bargains of baseball. Fouled off to stay alive.
I mean, you think about, since he's come in now, 20 pitches. I mean, has he really made a mistake from a location standpoint? I mean, has owned that outer half for the most part to right-handed hitters and then worked that slider off of the fastball from that corner.
Got him. Actually got the ball up, but Contreras swings through it for out number 1. When O pitched on Thursday, he went 2 innings, struck out 4, and threw 34 pitches. That's the most pitches that he's thrown in an appearance with the Cardinals this season. He's at 21 right now as he faces Soler, getting his first at bat, and he waves at the slider.
And Soler's been hot since coming off the DL. You see that, 7 games, 409, 3 homers to go with it. Joe Madden talked about it being hard keeping him out of the lineup in tonight's game. But the numbers that Chris Coughlin had coming in, 10 for 16, as you touched on, Dan, against Leak, got him the start. But Soler, important part of the mix.
Fouled back, and the count now even at 2-2.
And O's been so consistent with that same slot. So the last fastball you saw painted low and away to these right-handed hitters, and he works the slider off that same tunnel.
Strike 3 called right down the middle.
And what's been interesting, Booney, is even when he's missing with his slider, he's getting swing and misses or takes because of the movement and honestly his ability just to be able to finish those pitches. So the fastball and then the slider to Soler.
Sports Center is coming up next here on ESPN. The Cardinals 1 out away from a victory. Big day in sports. Olympics, preseason football, wild day in baseball, all kinds of things going on. Don't forget the Royals and the Tigers tomorrow night. The Red Sox and Orioles Wednesday night. We'll be in San Francisco 1 week from tonight as the Giants host the Mets. Dexter Fowler trying to get on and get Chris Bryant to the plate as the tying run.
That might have been the first split that we've seen. The pitch he'll feature more to left-handed hitters. An all fastball slider to this point.
Pulled foul, 1-2. Mike Leake was the starter. He was really good. The first 3 batters got on. A walk, hit. He gave up 2 in the first. Then he set down 16 in a row. Wound up giving up 3 runs through 6 innings. Although he pitched better than that. Was in control almost the entire night. And the Cardinals will win it. Sung-Hwan Oh gets it done. Gets a 5-out save. The Cardinals remain a half game ahead of the Marlins for the second wildcard spot of the National League as they win the final 2 games of this series here at Wrigley Field. Stephen Piscotty with a huge 3-run home run to give the Cardinals the lead in the top of the 8th. Brandon Moss would add a homer to make it 5-3. Rizzo would homer in the bottom of the 8th, but the Cardinals